to INCRadio Central Europe Satellite Studio, and thank you for joining us this evening. My name is Sister Frances Manalili, hosting live from the local congregation of Frankfurt, Germany, and I'm happy to be here tonight as your host. And time check, it's 7:01 p.m. Central European Time, and our topic for today is a very interesting topic and also timely topic, which is flavors of the season, traditional European comfort foods for the cold season. And for that, we have invited our dear panelists who are joining us this evening. So let's get to introduce them to you. We have our dear lovely sister from Hamburg. Hello, Paul. Hanya, thank you for joining us this evening.
Hello po. My name is Hanya Santos from the local of Hamburg po.
Thank you, Hanya, for being here tonight. Also, the first time, we're very happy to have you here, and we're very excited to also hear from your side and what you have to share with us about traditional European comfort foods in this season. Then, of course, we have from Dortmund, AJ, who is here as well with us. Hello, AJ. Thank you for also being here.
Hello everyone, I am Brother AJ Pabustan. I'm from the local congregation of Dortmund, Germany, and I'm really happy to be here. Thanks.
Thank you to you as well, AJ, also for being with us. And lastly, we have Miss Malu. Thank you, Miss Malu, for also being here tonight.
Okay. Oh, hello, Francis. Good evening to you and to Hania and to AJ and to all our viewers. I'm really happy to be with you again. As I've said, and as I will always say, Central Europe is still my home. It's here in my heart.
Thank you, Mrs. Malu, for again being here in another INCRadio show here in the District of Central Europe. We're always happy to have you here, and we're very excited for all of the three of you to hear your inputs and yes, your insights on your
Thank you.
traditional European
Forgot to
comfort.
mention my local is Pag-asa, and not Pag-asa anymore. That is, I have a new local. It is Gordon Heights here in Olongapo City, Philippines, and it's about 3 hours drive going to Manila from here. Yes.
Okay. Then thank you, thank you, Ms. Malu, for sharing that also with us. So it's three hours drive from Manila. Okay, very interesting to know. So it's quite a bit far, but also near. But it's also, I believe, early in the morning, Kamalu. So thank you for taking your time and being here.
Oh, all the
Okay.
time. No
Now,
problem. No problem. Day and night. It's the same for me.
okay, let's get moving then and start with our icebreaker game that we have prepared for our dear panelists. And this icebreaker game is the Zoom In game about comfort food, European cuisine. So, as the title already mentioned, it's a Zoom In game where we will zoom in comfort food and our dear panelists and also the ones who are tuning in live from the YouTube live chat can also guess the picture or the food that will be shown to us. So let's start with the first picture. Okay. I have here already the reactions of our dear panelists. If anyone is ready to know, okay. Kamalu, Ms. Malu's unmuted. Goulash? Okay. Our dear panelists, do you agree? Does it look like goulash? Yes. Okay, thumbs up. So let's reveal the picture. the zoomed in picture. It's goulash. Well done, Kamalu, and also our dear panelists. That was an easy one, I guess. Let's also start with the second. Ooh, that's, I think, very hard. Okay. AJ, do you know what this could be?
I think it might be the famous Wiener Schnitzel. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Okay, let's. Okay, Mrs.
Sim?
Malu is einverstanden. Okay, and Hanya also says yes. So let's reveal the answer. Okay. It's Schnitzel. Okay. Nice one, AJ, and to our panelists. So this is the last picture, I believe. Okay. Maybe Hanya, do you know what this dish could be? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, we got a little spoiler.
But I would
Okay.
also say the bratwurst.
Okay, is it a
Yeah.
bratwurst? Can you please reveal the answer for those who might have not seen the little spoiler? Yes, it's the bratwurst. Okay, good job to everyone. I believe that was our last zoomed in picture. So I hope that yes, the ice is a little bit loosened up, right? And are ready now for the topic conversation that we have prepared for tonight, which is the flavors of the season, traditional European comfort foods for the cold season, especially now here in the district of Central Europe. It's winter season, so it's very timely for us. And yes, we're very excited to hear what our dear panelists are going to share with us. So let's start with Hanya. Can you tell us, since yes, you're from Hamburg, right? You have mentioned that. What is your the most comforting winter dish that you have had in Europe, and what made it special for you?
It's grünkohl with Kassler. It's kale with ham. Yeah, it's a typical winter veg here in Europe, and for me it's very special because my mom have it every season in the garden, and every time when it's winter season, it's kale season, and then she cooks for us, for the family, and yeah, we're very excited every time when she cook kale with ham or with kale with sausage. Yeah, every time we're very excited when mom does that because the how mom cooks it is, for me, it's the best. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's kale, right, with bratwurst you have mentioned, and also other side dishes. So that's also very sweet. And you have mentioned that your mother is preparing the food, right? So it also, of course, has a very special place in your heart, right? And the food of our mothers are always the best. So that's your most comforting winter dish, and very interesting to know, kale. Like I've mentioned in German, it's Grünkohl, and yeah, so I haven't really tried that yet. Often, I believe, but I think I also have to at least try it once. So thank you, Sister Hanya. And we would like to know from AJ what your most comforting winter dish is that you have had in Europe, and what is or what made it also special for you.
One favorite dish that was already shown is goulash, and especially when my father prepares the goulash, it depends how the weather is or how I'm feeling. Like if I have a little cold, he puts more vegetables in the goulash and a bit more spiciness in the goulash, so you feel a bit better after eating goulash. And the side dishes are different, like maybe some bread, some noodles, also some rice. And yeah, that's what is special for me. Like this dish is special for me because my father prepares it really good for me or for my family. Yeah.
Wow, so it's goulash for you, AJ. And for those who don't know what goulash is, that was in our icebreaker game, right? The first zoomed in picture. And yes, also a very good dish, especially also for the cold season, right? And yes, very sweet to also hear that your father also prepares it for you, of course. Um, that's what makes it special for you as well. And and Mrs. Malu, of course, we would like to ask you as well, since you have lived here in Europe for many years, what was your most comforting winter dish that you have had here in Europe, and what made it special for you?
All right. I have several. I have several favorites. Okay, let's start off with goulash. After all, AJ already mentioned it. So, AJ, don't worry if ever I'll be your guest. You can cook goulash for me, all right, when I visit you in Germany. So, goulash, and be sure that you make it very spicy. I love it. Oh, by the way, talking about goulash, there is a Filipino version of that, and that is called caldereta. So perhaps our viewers who are tuned in right now will relate to that. Caldereta, it's called stew. You can say beef stew or chicken stew, and it's also made spicy. That is one. And then ice vine. Are you familiar with ice vine? And this is common in the north and also in the south. Then with mashed potatoes and sauerkraut, and that's really perfect, perfect. Now, living in the Netherlands for quite a long time, we'd have the pea soup or erbsensuppe, any kind of soup will do. And along with that, you have the Filipino sopas, usually macaroni soup, right? And then you put in some bacon or chicken and also spitzkohl or any kind of cabbage that you can put into that. Well, these are just some of my favorites during the cold season. And I don't want to make our audience feel so hungry by talking about different kinds of food. Yeah. But as we go along, we can't avoid mentioning other dishes like the Filipino sinigang. You know, when my daughter, who grew up, was with us in the Netherlands, and she grew up in Germany, Belgium, and the Netherlands, and she'd always make a special request: sinigang, please, and make it sour, sour. It's perfect for winter.
Yes, we can only agree with you, Mrs. Malu. Sinigang, if we're going a bit off topic, not to the European comfort foods anymore, but more to the Filipino foods. I think sinigang is really a go-to for us, especially now that it's the cold season. My mother also cooks it for us, and yes, it just keeps us also warm, right? It's also good for us now that it's cold outside, and we need also, I would say, warm food that we have to um, eat, right? And yes, so sinigang is always my favorite, especially in the cold season. And yes, you have mentioned a lot of comforting winter dishes that you also had here. Maybe for those who haven't visited Europe yet and are planning on visiting Europe, I hope this is a good intake for you to maybe write down the dishes that our panelists are mentioning, right? So we will get further into more of the dishes. And yes, so thank you first of all, Mrs. Malu. And we would like to ask AJ, since you're also living here in Germany, right? And also have visited other European countries. Maybe you can tell us how do different regions in Europe put their own twist on winter dishes? And are there any surprising variations that you have experienced?
For me, it's like I know the pancake, the normal pancake that everyone knows, but in Vienna they call it Kaiserschmarrn. It's also a pancake, but it's cut in little pieces, and they either put some syrup in there, some chocolate, and this is like at that moment this is a different kind of dish, and depends on which country you are. Like in Germany, we have the normal pancake, but in Vienna it's already Kaiserschmarrn, and I know for me they taste a bit different. I don't know what kind of ingredients they use in Vienna and here in Germany. So this dish especially, it's more like a dessert that left a big impression to me, and I liked it because I have relatives in Vienna, and they introduced me many kind of different of dishes that are really good in Vienna. And yeah, like one dish is also the Wiener Schnitzel that was also shown during our icebreaker. And yeah,
Wow, Kaiserschmarrn and Schnitzel, the famous dishes that you hear, right? And they are also from Vienna, Austria, right? And yeah, I visited Vienna last December, and Kaiserschmarrn are really my favorite. If you ever have the chance to visit, definitely try Kaiserschmarrn and Wiener Schnitzel, like Brother AJ has mentioned. It's really a must since it's also the famous dishes, I would say, some of the famous dishes, right? And you have different toppings that you can put on your Kaiserschmarrn. For me personally, my go-to is always the apple sauce, right? Um, yes, I can only recommend it, and we all here, I believe, can agree, dear panelists, right? And
And
yes,
Francis, since you're in applesauce, along with that, we can say for dessert, don't miss out on apple strudel, which is again, for which Vienna is or Austria is famous. And of course, you can find that in Germany too and in other countries. And apple strudel is really, it's really yummy. And with hot coffee or hot chocolate, hmm that completes the meal. And it's perfect.
like you have mentioned, Mrs. Malu, it really completes it. It's hard to explain it in words, but once you try it, I think you can really understand how we really feel about the dishes. So if ever you haven't tried it, we really recommend those dishes to you. And Apfelstrudel, a very famous one as well. And I have a comment here to it, and it's from Sister Lucy Montalvo. One of my favorite is Gulasch mit Nudel and Apfelstrudel together with cappuccino. Wow. And then she has commented 3 hearts, #Bon. And then we also have from Sister Irene. And she commented, I'm craving for a warm soup for now. Eine Käse-Lauchsuppe, cheese leek soup with minced meat. Wow. Mit einem frisch gebackenen Brot. #Berlin. Wow. Danke, Irene, dass du das mit uns geteilt hast. Und dann haben wir noch von Linda Calvelo, I like for milk rice because it is like champorado flavored with vanilla chocolate Sims. Wow. #Berlin Mais. And I'm really getting hungry. hearing all of the dishes that our dear panelists and viewers are sharing with us. And then we also have from Engine Libunau, likewise for Sister Linda, I do love Milchreis mit Zucker und Zimt because not only it's simple and easy to prepare, but Milchreis reminds me of champorado. Ooh. Hashtag Berlin, hashtag Mason. And then we have another one from Sister Janeline Fernando, and she commented Apfelschorle. Oh, okay. Apple juice is the most popular fruit juice in Germany and is often mixed with carbonated water to make this popular soft drink. Hashtag Berlin and hashtag Meissen. I agree with you. And yes, you can never go wrong with the beverage of Apfelschorle. It's it was mentioned in the comment, it's apple juice with carbonated water. Also, one of my go-to beverages I take when I go out to eat in restaurants. Okay, we will of course read more comments later on. But for now, of course, we would like to ask also Hanya, right? We did not forget about you, and of course, we're interested in knowing, is there another particular winter dish, since you have mentioned that your mother has a dish that she prepares for you, right? Other than that favorite dish, is there another one that reminds you of family or home during the cold season? And if so, what's the story behind it?
Yeah, my favorite dish is a Filipino dish. It's sopas. Um, it's yeah, you can eat sopas in every season, but in wintertime, it's much more yummy. Yeah, my mother also prepare it, or my sister, and you can eat sopas and with very different vegetables, with cabbage, with carrots, with sausage, with bacon, and every time it's yummy. And yeah, every time when mom prepares that, yeah, all family members are already excited. And every time when she cooks sopas, I also bring it to my work. And when I heat it up in the microwave, my colleagues already yeah, already hear it. And yeah, I every time I have to share my sopas, because they when they saw that I have it with me, then they know already, okay, Hanya's mom prepare it, and oh yeah, we have to eat it all the time. Yeah, sopas is, yeah,
Oh,
one of my favorite winter dish.
you can have a sopas party in your
Yes,
office.
yeah.
And
Every time when I have birthday, they normally
really,
they yeah, every time when we have someone have birthday, we bring a sweets or cake or something. But when birthday, then I already prepared sopas or lumpia. That's the favorite of my colleagues. Every time I have birthday, they requested already sopas or lumpia.
oh, that makes things easy for you. So you already know in advance what to prepare. Okay, it's my birthday next month, lumpia.
Yeah.
You can never go wrong with sopas, right? The Filipino soup. Yes, one of my favorites as well, and I believe for the Filipinos as well, a very delicious soup. And yeah, good to know that it's very popular, right? With your colleagues, Hanya. So yeah, very funny, and also nice to hear that they're also interested in different cultures, right? In their food culture as well. So thank you for sharing that with us, Sister Anya, for um, yes, sharing with us your dish. And of course, we would like to ask brother or AJ, what is your particular winter dish that reminds you of family as well, other than goulash? for the cold season, and what is the story behind it?
It's more like the fruit, the tangerine that we eat mostly after dinner. That I buy most likely like a whole, like a big bowl of tangerines, and each of our family member eats like 2 or 3 tangerines because it's sweet, sour. Depends what kind of tangerine you pick, and there's the fun because you don't know which kind of tangerine you're gonna pick and eat. And so that's a more like our little family game, what kind of tangerine you're gonna get uh, when you eat a tangerine together. Yeah.
Yes, tangerine, also very important, right? For those who are not known with tangerine, I think everyone knows or it's like orange, also called orange, right? Tangerine.
Yeah, it's part of the family, orange family. When I was little, I didn't know the word tangerine, and everything that looks like that for me is orange. Living here in the Philippines, so we didn't get a chance to see those different varieties. In Europe, you have this kind of fruit, that kind of fruit coming from other European countries, right? And yeah, it's a good thing that AJ mentioned tangerines, because we really need a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, especially during the cold season for our health. And always talking about fruits. Now that reminds me, I always include some kind of fruits when I make salad. For example, cucumber, and then I will put in apple, and then feta cheese, and sometimes that's already my dinner or that's my meal. Yeah. And going back to sopas, sopas is a very good dish because it's already complete in itself, right? You don't have to cook anything extra. So to our busy parents, busy, uh, let's say viewers, if you don't have much time, the savor is sopas, the sopas. And then the rest of the chicken that you have not used, save that for your next dish, which is arroz caldo, which is also very popular and very much in demand during cold season. This is the porridge and with chicken, and sometimes they would also people will add boiled eggs. And again, it's already complete, easy. And you can store it in your freezer if you have any leftovers, good for another meal time. So the Filipino dishes have become part of the European menu, especially during the cold season or any season of the year. And I'm happy to hear that young people like you really appreciate your parents' cooking, especially coming from the Philippines. And that's very good. Keep it up.
Thank you, Kamalu, also for giving us more insight, and also um, like what you have mentioned, we agree with you that it's very important to, of course, have also vitamins, right? That you, especially during cold season, like tangerine, vitamin C is very important. All for you to also stay healthy, right? Especially during this cold season. And yes, thank you so much. And we have a lot of comments to read out from our YouTube live chat, from our dear viewers and listeners who are all sharing their favorite dishes. We have from Lucy Montalvo, my kids love to eat spaghetti carbonara and champorado. Hashtag bun, hashtag CEU. And then we have from Mario Calvelo, Eintopf, hashtag Berlin. And then thank you, po. And then we have from Shainalin Fernando Vinculado, banana with honey. Crepes delicious and very healthy also. Hashtag Berlin, hashtag Meissen. And then we have from Alpha Villanueva, oliebollen. Hashtag Amsterdam, hashtag Netherlands. And oliebollen is translated as grease balls and are deep fried dough balls studded with raisins and currants and sweetened with a generous dusting of powdered sugar. Wow, okay. Wow, interesting. Thank you, dear sister. And then we have from JJ Lopez, favorite German food. Schwarzgulasch oder Wildschweingulasch. Hashtag Meißen, hashtag Berlin. Wow, a lot of dishes. And then we have another traditional Dutch dish mentioned by Milette Fernandez, and her favorite is stampot, hashtag Amsterdam. I hope I mentioned or spelled out correctly. So it's a traditional Dutch dish made from a combination of potatoes mashed with one or several vegetables. Potato dishes are always popular. You can have many variations with potatoes, right? A lot of dishes that you can cook with potatoes. So interesting to know. Thank you for your comment. And then we have a Spanish food commented by Mario Calvelo, and he commented, good Spanish food is Vieras and su conchas seafood. Hashtag Berlin. And that's translated scallops in their shell. Oh, okay. Spanish food we also have added to our menu. And then we have another comment, and that's from Melissa David, and she commented, on weekly basis, ang sopas sa amin kasi favorite po ni Kahanya. Okay. Okay. Hashtag Hamburg. Thank you so much, dear viewers and listeners, for your comments. And we are very happy to see that you're engaging in our conversation and that this topic is also, very popular, I would say, right? Everyone can always add something to food and their favorite dishes. And we're very happy to see all of your comments and, sharing with us also your favorite dishes. And of course, we will read more comments out later on. But for now, we will go on a short station break, and we will see you after the station break.
This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ, or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Tired of feeling your worst? Ready to take control of your health? Then tune in to Health Matters, the show that covers it all. Mondays, get glowing with Dr. Miriam Isla and the latest in skincare. Tuesdays, Dr. J.M. Cruz tackles your adult health questions. Wednesdays, it's family time with Dr. Owi Perez. Thursdays, Sister Mentinio and Sister Calorpangan guide you to emotional well-being. And Fridays, discover the power of natural medicine with Dr. Erwin Torres and Sister Cheche Brinosa. Health Matters, Monday to Friday at 10:30 a.m. Subscribe now and start living your healthiest life.
Ngayong Lunes sa Like and Share. Halina tikman natin ang creamy at malinamnam na laing overload. Tuklasin ang tahimik at natural na ganda ng Maramo River. Mango Graham Float Dessert, perfect para sa tag-init. At sa episode na ito, ating matutunghayan ng mga vlogs mula po sa distrito ng Bulacan East. Kaya samahan nyo kami ngayong Lunes sa Like and Share, January 20, 2025, 2 p.m. Philippine Standard Time. Dito lamang yan sa INCRadio.
Your Spotify playlist just got more exciting and inspiring because the INC Original Music is now on Spotify. Search up INC Original Music and discover songs about our faith and love, songs for our family and friends, songs full of hope, songs that keep us going. Add them all up to your favorite Spotify playlist. You can explore uplifting INC Original Music in a variety of styles and genres. Share your INC Original Music playlist to your friends. It's now even easier to share our faith and much easier to uplift ourselves and others through Christian music. INC Original Music, now available on Spotify.
Hello and welcome back to INCRadio Central Europe Satellite Studio. And for those who have just tuned in, time check, it's 7:36 p.m. Central European Time. And our topic for today is about the flavors of the season, traditional European comfort foods for the cold season. And our panelists have shared with us their favorite comforting winter dishes and what's has made it special for them, also surprising variations. And yes, of course, we're not done yet. We have another question, or our last questions that we would like to ask our panelists. And that question would be, during the winter seasons, since I think our panelists have already explored Europe a bit, right? Can you tell us, and also try different dishes from those countries, which one left a lasting impression on you? Okay, so let's ask Hanya, what is one of your dish from another European country that left a lasting impression on you?
Yeah, that's the desserts, the different kinds of desserts, like already mentioned in the comments, Milchreis like Champorado or Apfelstrudel with vanilla ice cream or with coffee, or also Belgian waffle with hot cherries and cream. Yeah, the different kinds of desserts are also a must-have in a perfect menu.
Wow, yes. Thank you for sharing that with us, Sister Hanya. Definitely, like we have read in, of course, the comments on our YouTube live chat, Champorado, right? The Milchreis, a very popular dessert, I would say, right? For me personally, uh, everyone has mentioned it's good. I haven't really tried it yet, but I'm very curious to see what uh, the hype is all about for Champorado. But yes, my parents, I know, is also one of their favorite desserts. So thank you for sharing that with us, Hanya. And of course, we would like to ask AJ, what is one of your um, dishes from other European countries that left a lasting impression?
One is the Vienna Schnitzel that I already mentioned, is because they use a different meat for their schnitzel. Because my parents, if they prepare schnitzel here in Germany, they use more likely either chicken or pork. But in Austria or Vienna, the original Wiener Schnitzel is from the lamb. And from that point, I didn't know that it's originally from the lamb and it tastes different, but it tastes really good. So this kind of dish gave me a big impression that uh, the meat made such a big difference, and I liked it a lot because my auntie from Vienna prepares them like that, like the Vienna style, and I liked it a lot. Yeah.
Yes, Wiener Schnitzel, you can never go wrong with that, right? And like you said, it's also it really leaves an impression on you, since it's also not a normal Schnitzel that we would eat here in Germany. I would say I think it's even half of it, not even, because it's really big, right? The portion. So if you're really hungry, I would recommend not eating a lot, maybe during the day, but if you have the urge to really eat something big, I would really recommend Wiener Schnitzel. If ever you're in Vienna, right, it really fills you, and it's really good, especially with the side dishes of the potato, right? The potato salad, yes, also very popular. So yes, thank you, Brother AJ. Also a very good dish from another European country, and also of course, Mrs. Malu, our last question to you as well. What is your different dish from another European country that left a lasting impression on you?
Well, let me say at first that anything new to me is very interesting and acceptable, especially as far as food is concerned. Well, still part of Germany, which is Bavaria. I happened to live there and had my training for over a year. And I was introduced to Weisswurst, sauerkraut, mashed potatoes, and then the special sweet mustard that goes with the Weisswurst. And talking about sausages or hot dogs, another one, which is my favorite, is currywurst. Yes. And these dishes are easy to prepare, right? And during those days, I didn't cook, so we just go to a place where we could buy those food, dishes. And then another one, which is my favorite, is this. A neighbor who is from Poland, and at the time, I was still in the Netherlands. Although I didn't go to Poland myself, but at least she gave me a sample of one of their, let's say, top favorites, which is almost like goto. I don't know if you know what goto is. It is luga with tripe porridge. Okay, ask your parents, and if you want, ask them to try it for you or cook it for you. So it's goto, and they have that in Poland, and that reminds me of home, because here in the Philippines, it's one of the favorites, one of the most popular dishes any time of the year. And of course, when we talk of Italy, pizza, and then also, wie heißt das denn? Flammkuchen with a Flammkuchen, yeah? Oh, they're relatives, pizza and Flammkuchen. Of course, Flammkuchen is very fine, very thin, yeah. But as far as topping is concerned, they're almost the same, yeah. So those are foods that remind me of, or let's say, that have many sentimental values as far as I am concerned. Yeah. So when I think
Thanks.
of Weisswurst, I'm reminded of Bavaria. Then when I think of Flammkuchen, which we always bought in a restaurant there in Bonn. And then when we talk about pizza, I'm reminded of Italy. And then, of course, the Netherlands, oliebollen and Erbsensuppe. Yeah.
Wow,
I'm
a
a
lot of
big
dishes.
eater.
A lot of dishes have been mentioned, Mrs. Malu. Very delicious and also great dishes, especially from other European countries, right? I think it's really, if you're visiting different countries, food is also leaving an impression, right? Lasting impression, like the famous Wiener Schnitzel, like you also have mentioned, Mrs. Malu, also Gotha, was that Gotha, right? In the Philippines, no? Right? And from Poland?
Oh, no, it's Poland, from Poland.
Poland,
Yes. Yes.
yes. Exactly, from Poland, right?
Mm.
So it's always also nice to look back to when you visited other countries. Oh, what were the foods that I've eaten, right?
And also,
Yes.
Francis, when we talk about food, you begin asking, why is it the favorite of the people. How did it start? So you go back to history. What made people eat this? Okay, frequently. Yeah, and it's really very, very interesting. And it widens your vocabulary, especially when you talk about the ingredients. So you're building up your vocabulary.
That's true, Mrs. Malu, right? You really brighten up your vocabulary, and you will always have that curiosity, right? When you're visiting, oh, what it's like in this country. They talk about it a lot. Of course, you have to try it, right? So, yes, like you have mentioned, so Miss Malu and all of our dear panelists, all the dishes. Yes, I hope that our viewers and listeners have taken maybe dishes that they haven't tried yet into their list, right? And trying new things, right? This is a new year. Maybe visiting another country can also um, yes, make you visit or try different food, right? And of course, I would also like to add, since there were different food mentioned in different European countries, I think for me, what's also one of my favorite dish is raclette, and that's from Switzerland. It's like warm melted cheese over potatoes and then served with cured meats and pickles, and it's really creating like a cozy also experience, right? And you do that with all of your family and friends together sitting at a table. And yes, so that's one also of my favorite comforting winter dishes I would like to add. And yes, so thank you so much, dear panelists, for sharing with us your comforting winter dishes. Also that here that you have tried in Europe, right? And also for us to also get new insights, right? And what to try as well. So thank you so much. And of course, we would like to go on and move on to our next segment, which is German is fun or Deutsch macht Spaß.
German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß.
Hello everyone. Hallo zusammen. Welcome to German is Fun. Willkommen zu Deutsch macht Spaß. I'm Sister Malu Francisco. It's been Schwester Malu Francisco bringing you another episode of German is Fun, Deutsch macht Spaß.
For today, we'll learn German words and expressions about the winter landscape. As always, let's have fun learning basic German. Our first word for today, winter, Winter, der Winter. It's a masculine noun, der Winter. Our next word, landscape, die Landschaft. Take note, the D in the middle of the word is pronounced as T, so Landschaft. The next word is snow, Schnee, spelled with a capital S, C-H-N-E-E. It's spelled with a capital S because it's a noun. Now take note, S-C-H, this combination of letters, that's pronounced as sh, as in shepherd, shell. So, Schnee. It's a masculine noun, der Schnee. German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß. Let's continue with more German words to describe the winter landscape. Cold in German, kalt. Did you get it? Kalt. White, weiß. Weiß. The spelling is W-E-I-S-Z. That strange-looking letter is actually two S's. It's not a B. Hence, you say
Weiß. And remember, W in German is pronounced as V, as in victory. Let's have the adjectives again. Cold, kalt. White, weiß. A lot. Viel, viel. V-I-E-L. Remember to pronounce the V in German as F, hence viel. Beautiful in German, schön, S-C-H-O umlaut, which means O with two dots above it, N. Schön, beautiful, schön. German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß. Here are example sentences. Let's say we want to say, it's cold in winter. Remember, cold, kalt. Winter, winter. It is cold in winter. Im Winter ist es kalt. Ist es kalt. Im Winter ist es kalt. Im Winter ist es kalt. Another example sentence. The snow is white. Der Schnee ist weiß. Ist weiß. It's your turn. Der Schnee ist weiß. There's a lot of snow. Remember, a lot? Viel Snow, Schnee. Es gibt viel Schnee. Es gibt viel Schnee. Everything is white. Everything, alles is white. Ist weiß. Alles ist weiß. Alles ist weiß. If you want to say, the winter landscape is beautiful. Die Winterlandschaft ist schön. Die Winterlandschaft ist schön. German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß. This has been today's German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß. Thank you very much for joining me. Danke fürs Zuschauen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Till next time. Tschüss. German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß.
Hello and welcome back again to INCRadio Central Europe Satellite Studio. And this was German is Fun or Deutsch macht Spaß with Mrs. Malou. Thank you so much again for sharing with us this episode, which is also very timely, right? So thank you again. And of course, we would like to move on to our next segment where we will announce the winners of the challenge from last week's broadcast. So let's reveal the top 3 clusters, please.
Third place, Frankfurt Cluster. Second place, Heidelberg Cluster. First place, Berlin Cluster.
Congratulations to all of the 3 clusters who have won last week's challenge. And of course, to Berlin Cluster for winning first place. For those, of course, who have not won last week's challenge, of course, you will have the chance to maybe be one of the top 3 clusters next week. So for that, we'll move on to our closing part, and it's our shout out time. And of course, we would like to thank our dear panelists for joining us this evening. And yes, so who would you like to give a quick shout out to? Let's start with AJ.
I would like to give my shout out to my family and to my local congregation of Dortmund. Hello, everyone.
Thank you, AJ, also for being with us here tonight. We're very happy that you have joined us. And let's move on to Mrs. Malu.
Okay, and greetings to everyone in Central Europe. There are just so many to mention, so I just wish everybody a nice day and a nice start into a new week. But I'd like to say hello to Sister Chato and Brother Warley, and also to our brethren who have helped me with some of the pictures that I use for the winter landscape. And by the way, if you have some pictures showing you eating your favorite winter foods or dishes, please share them with me so I can use them for the upcoming Germany's Fun. Thank you for having me, Francis.
Thank you also, Mrs. Malu, for once again being with us here tonight, and also for taking your time since it's also early in the morning in the Philippines. We're always happy to have you here, Mrs. Malu. And also, lastly, we would like to ask Hanya to give your shout outs.
A shout out to my family and of course for the local of Hamburg and the district of Central Europe.
Thank you so much, Hanya, for being here with us this evening. Also, in your first broadcast, right? Here as a panelist. We're very happy to have you here, and hopefully in the next broadcast as well. Thank you so much, dear panelists, once again. And also, dear viewers and listeners, thank you so much for tuning in and for watching. Also, to our district CFO advisor, Brother Scott Augustine. Thank you so much, Paul, to our Assistant District Minister, Brother Jason Dulalas, and to our District Minister, Brother Joel B. Catalan. Thank you so much, Paul. As well, we would like to thank our INC Media Productions Chief, Brother Montreville Boy, and also to our INC Radio Station Manager, Brother Wally Taray. Thank you so much, Paul. As well, we would like to thank our CFO Coordinator and CEBSI President, Brother Angelo Ranyo Manalo. And most importantly, thank you to the church administration and our beloved executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. Thank you so much, Paul. And this has been INC Radio Central Europe Satellite Studio. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see each other next week. Bye.
This is INC Radio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.